The native land has a rich history. Its ancient cities, historical, cultural and architectural monuments scattered across the Kazakh land are the proof. The Kazakh land's long history attracts attention of the world community, and this is the main theme of the Native Land program. The vast territory extending from Altai region to the city of Atyrau is our promised land. Prisyrdaryinsk is a part of the Holy Land. When Asan Kaygi, a wise man from the steppes, saw the Sirdarya region, he said, "This is an extensive and flat ground. It is better to spend summers in Karatau and winters on the banks of Sirdarya." Nur-Sultan Nazarbayev, the head of the state, named this rich historical territory the motherland of the Kazakh people. There are 4 cities on the open space of the Turan lowland. Each of them had a status of the capital city in due time. Cherek Rabat was the capital of Aral Sea region. Sakas Jankent was the capital of the medieval state of the August Turks. Siganak was the capital of the Kipchak Khanate and also Akorda, Abulkhair Khans and Kazakh Khanate. Akhmechet, or in other words modern Kızılorda, was the capital city of Kazakh SSR in 1925-1929. The ancient capital of Siganak was located on Sirdarya coast, 8 kilometers from the Tominarik railway station of Zhenak-Organ region. This pentagonal upland was once a major influential Central Asian political and cultural center of the state.
Аумағына келетін болсақ, негізгі қала үлкен төбе деңгейінде сақталған.
As for the area, mostly the city was preserved as a huge part of the upland. The written sources tell us about a considerable fortress with 15 towers. Now this is a protected area of 596 hectares. The especially protected area is about 290 hectares. The city consists of the main Shahristan and Rabat.
Ал енді осы қалашық негізгі Шахристан және Рабат бөліктерінен тұрады.
The earliest references about the city are found in Hudud al-Alam, a Persian written work of the 10th century. Historian Abulgazi Bahadur Khan, in his book The Lineage of the Turks, wrote, "The city is surrounded by strong walls with gates. Inside there are trade houses, caravanserais, and other community buildings and houses. Earlier, Siganak was the largest settlement in the area of Prisyrdaryinsk." Fazih ibn Ruzib Khan, a chronicler of Shaybani Khan, who witnessed Siganak's flourishing, wrote, "They make dinner of 500 camels' meat in the city daily, and nothing left by the end of the day. The green steppe and dense woods extend around Siganak. There are lots of wild goats, sheep and other animals. Inhabitants are fishing in the summer and preserve the catch for the winter. Poultry is inexpensive here." The archaeological studies show silver and copper coins made in Siganak mints were found in various parts of the world. This is an ample proof that the city had commercial relations with the whole world. A number of wise men and scientists originated from Siganak. Shaiki Baba Signaki initially lived in Khorezm. Later he settled down in Siganak. Also, Hizam ad-Dinas Siganaki lived here, popularly known in the city as Sinakata. Sinakata was an imam at the times of Hajj Ahmed Yasawi and also a scientist. He wrote a religious composition called Nikaya. To the northeast from the ancient Siganak, the Sinakata mosque was discovered. Supposedly, the mosque madrasa was built in the 12th-14th centuries. The staff of Kazrestavratsia company have reconstructed and restored this object based on the architect Vasily Kalaur's project plan in 2010. The head of the state in his article wrote, "The cultural and geographical belt of the Kazakhstan's holy places is a source of national pride and a symbolic shield capable to protect us from any soul suffering despite the past centuries." Indeed, there are numerous memorials worthy to become the sources of the national pride. For example, Tunagatai Kulishtiata Mausoleum located in Janakurgan region, is the most beautiful historical place protected by the state. The mausoleum is built from baked clay bricks. The doorways are of the same width and length with 2 vaults, 4 prayer towers and 8 kurgan stelae. The Tuligatai's grave is inside the mausoleum in front of the stelae mount. Who was Tuligatai Ata? He was a valiant person who fought for the unity of the Kazakh people and its land in the 15th century. Kulishti Baba, Tuligatai's father-in-law, was the Sultan of Fergana Wilaya. Tuligatai was responsible for Kulishti Baba's foreign intelligence. There is the evidence that he prevented a risk of land grabbing from Persians and Arabs. Rich in history, Janakurgan is a flourishing region on the southeast of Prisyrdaryinsk region. It takes 6.8% of the region's total space. The principal activity in the region is crop production and animal husbandry. This region is also known for its balneal resort. The traces of eloquent speakers and fast racer horses are still here. This is due to the region's location. Great Silk Road crossings connected the east and the west. The marks of our ancestors on the branches of the Great Silk Road converge in the region of Sirdarya River. Till 1997, the region used to be called Terenozek. The head of the state wrote in his article on the spiritual renewal, "Every nation, every civilization has common holy places known to one and all. There are many monuments of great value for the locals. One of them is Kaljanahun Madrasa, built at the end of the 19th century. The walls are harmoniously built from baked clay bricks and raw materials. Kaljanahun Bulimbayuli started the construction of the mosque madrasa in his lifetime. However, it was finished only after his death. This kind of Kazakh architectural monuments can be found only in rare locations. That is why each of them represents a historical and cultural value." Who was Kaljanahun? He was very respected by people, jurist, poet, astrologist, nature's changes forecaster, and also a spiritual mentor. Dozhan Kurakov, a Dombra player, was born in this holy land. He lived in 1878-1944. He gained prominence already at age of 12. Dozhan Kurakov was an educator who opened a village club and taught the children to play Dombra. The musician performed along the well-known Nartai Bekizhanov, and his works are invaluable heritage to this generation. This region is also a motherland of Nagi Ilyasov, a Soviet Union hero. Nagi Ilyasov, a squad leader and a corporal, exhibited courage in liberation of Budapest. On the 3rd of March 1945, by a decree of the Presidium of the High Soviet of the USSR, he was awarded with a Hero of the Soviet Union Medal, Lenin's Medal, and Golden Star Medal for the Excellences. When the violent war that brought grief and sorrow to the whole humankind was ended, Nagi Ilyasov, a Soviet Union hero, came back to his motherland and continued his work in life. The people remember its hero. The village, named 50 Years of Kazakh SSR, was renamed after Nagi Ilyasov. Now this village is one of the most beautiful and flowering places of the region. It is without exaggeration to call it an oasis in the middle of the desert. Flowers and fountains spout water to the sky. Sparkling house of culture, the school, restaurant, shopping mall, summer stage for the concerts and the memorial to the veterans of the Great Patriotic War with the eternal flame. The person who contributed to the prosperity of this township is Abzal Yaraliyev, native to this land, a businessman, mecenas and a deputy of Majlis of Parliament of the Republic of Kazakhstan.
Ең басты себепкер өзіміздің сол жерде өсіп шыққаннан кейін біз ауылды көре тұра
Is we ourselves, as we were born and grew up here, and we know what it's like. The life in the township in the 90s was very hard. Everywhere you see the windows and the doors of the houses that were boarded up. There was a time when houses were empty for 10 years. We experienced financial difficulties at the beginning. When we got a possibility to restore everything, we started the work.
Кейінірек болды. Бастапқы кезде бізге де қиындау болды, бірақ кейін өзімізге мүмкіндік пайда болғаннан кейін біз оны жөндеуге сөйтіп кірістік.
Abzal Yaraliyev was born in today's village named after Nagi Ilyasov in 1960. He is a civil engineer and started his working life as a laborer and worked his way up to a managerial position. However, during the crisis times, he started his ancestors' craft, rice cultivation.
Ең бастапқы мақсатымыз, менің ойым, ол бірден бір сол өзіміздің ауылды бірінші қолға алу керек болды.
Our main goal was to develop the rice cultivation of our township, because I knew this land. I was born and grew up here. From a very young age, we were cultivating rice and learning the farming.
Қалай, мысалы, өзіміз мына шаруашылықты үйде де әке-шешеміз жақсы шаруашылыққа еңбекке баулыды. Оның бер жағында жаңа айтып отырмын, мектеп қабырғасында жүргенде де біз сол
Our parents taught us to work. When we were students, we were watching the rice growing. We had livestock and we were watching how to feed animals.
Мал болды, соған азық, жем шөбін дайындау мәселелерінде де бәрін енді көріп өстік қой. Өзіміздің
Certainly we could move to another place to live, but the native land is always precious for us. And frankly saying, I could not leave the native land seeing the difficulties here.
Басқа жаққа кетіп қалуға да мен шынын айтсам дәтім шыдамады.
Today, Abzal & Co. company provides rice not only to the native village but to the whole region and the country. It exports products to Russia, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan and Turkmenistan. The company has a seeds laboratory for growing high-quality rice. For the past 5 years, the company acclimatized amber, leader, fished and anaid varieties of rice. Apart from that, the company educates professionals for the rice growing development.
Мемлекет не береді дегеннен гөрі мемлекетке мен не берем деген сияқты.
Everybody should ask himself, what can I do for the state, instead of what the state can do for me? What can I do for the people and for the state? Certainly, everybody is concerned with his own life. Many people do so. However, in my opinion, if you are trying to make people around you happy, you are a happy person. In general, it is better to pay more attention to villages, because the origins of the Kazakh people are here. The life of Abzal Yaraliyev, a businessman and a mecenas, is a living proof of the head of the state words. We do not understand completely the meaning of the saying, a good man has a good life. Indeed, many of our contemporaries achieved good results due to their honest work, extensive knowledge and their artworks. Their life journeys are the better proof than statistics. Abzal Yaraliyev has experienced many challenges in his life before success came to him. His work is exemplary. Abzal Yaraliyev was awarded with Hero of Labor of Kazakhstan, Kurmet, Paris and Altyn Jurek medals. As the head of the state mentioned, there are many legends and stories of every territory. Every region has its representatives who supported their people and therefore left a mark in the history. As of today, there are 532 state-protected historical and cultural monuments in Prisyrdaryinsk. Certainly, each brick of a prayer tower, each stone has its own secret and history, and there are people who treasure and protect it like the apple of their eye.